Hi everyone, thanks for joining the training. As you may or may not know, our online ordering site will be undergoing a redesign on May 18th. There will be no functionality changes. You'll still be able to do all of the same stuff on the site. The features will be exactly the same. Your login information also is not changing. The site will just look a little different, and we wanted to make sure that everyone was prepared. There are a few benefits that I've noticed on the new site. First of all, it has a more modern look. It's going to look more comparable to other websites that you shop on in your day-to-day life. Certain parts of the site are also more intuitive now, in my opinion, such as the checkout screen, and I think you'll notice that as well as we go along. The text is also generally larger across the site, which will be better for visibility. And lastly, the mobile version of the site is significantly better. So if you need to shop on your phone or your tablet, that'll be a little easier now. So to log into the new site, starting May 18th, the process will be the same. You'll enter your username and your password in the same spot on your regular home page and click Shop, but you'll then be brought to the new online ordering site. If you have access to multiple departments on your login, the process will be the same. You'll be asked to choose one from a drop-down right after you log in. If you already know which department you need, you can start typing it in this department name box right here. If you don't, you can just press the space bar, and then that'll show you your options. And then you would choose one, click Continue, and that'll bring you into this site. Before we go any further, I'm going to show you the password reset process. So it's going to be exactly the same. I just wanted to review this with everyone. So if you've forgotten your password, you are able to send yourself a password reset from the site by clicking the Forgot Password link under the login field, just like before. So it'll ask you for your username, so you do need to know this. You would type that in and click Next. It'll then ask you to answer the security question that you have set up. If you don't have a security question set up or you don't know the answer, you won't be able to send yourself a password reset from here. You would need to reach out to us to have a reset. Same goes for the username. If you don't know your username, you need to reach out to us. And we need to send you the password reset from our end. But if I'm able to answer these two questions, I'll just click Next. And now it's going to send me an email. That looks like this. And the only information I need from this email is this temporary password right here. And what I can do is go back to the regular place I would log in, which is right here or right here. Type in the same username that I always use. Copy the temporary password from the email. I do recommend copying it just because if you look at it, it's pretty long. And then paste in the temporary password and click Sign in. If you wanted to, you could follow this link from the email. All this does is bring you to the site. However, clicking this link does not reset the password automatically. You will need to log in with this temporary password in order for your password to be reset. So after logging in with the temporary password, you're going to be asked to set a new password for the website. When it asks for your current password right here, all you need to do is paste in the temporary password again. Then in these next two fields, you'll be typing in the new password that you want to use on the site going forward. The only requirement that we have for passwords on our site is that they need to be at least 6 characters. So you can use symbols or numbers if you want, but you do not have to. So I'll type that in twice and click Change Password. And now I'm back in the site. Like I showed you before, you'll need to choose a department right after logging in if you have access to multiple departments on your login. And this is what the main page of the new site will look like. You'll see a lot of it's the same. You have the same slideshow that you're used to, same text area right here with customer service contact information. There are a few differences on the main page though. First of all, we have our phone number in the top right. That's visible at all times when you're on the site. Just so if you need to reach out to us, it'll be easy to see where you can do that. Second, your account number and account information is now to the right of the cart instead of below it. Lastly, these headings at the top require you to click them instead of hover over them. So if you need to see your favorites list, you would click on lists right here. And if you wanted to shop by category, you could click on products right here. You're still able to search the site by keyword from the main search bar right here. And you'll get search suggestions down below. This is what the search results page will look like. You're able to switch between grid view and list view. You'll see that the icons are bigger now and they show in both grid view and list view. You'll no longer have that yellow C icon next to items that are on your contract. It will now just say contract price. I think that might be a little clearer. The item detail page will be exactly the same. If you click the blue item name, it's just going to be more images and more information about the item. You can add to your cart from this screen by clicking add to your cart. You can add to your favorites list from this screen. I'll come back to this later. The filtering process is a little different here. Instead of having a sidebar with the filters, you will need to click all filters in the top left, and then you get a sidebar on the right with your filters. You will have the same filter options as before. You can narrow down by category, and then choose any of these different attributes right here. You have some commonly used filters up here in the top right that you just need to click to go to that filter. One new feature on the site is the ability to compare items. So if you check the box next to any two items and then click compare, and it'll bring up a screen that shows you side by side the features of each item so that you're able to compare them more easily. And to clear these, you just go back and click clear all. You're also still able to shop by category by clicking products in the top left. Like I mentioned, you'll need to click this now instead of hovering. And it's called products now instead of shop by category. So you'll get the same category menu right here. We also have some new screens added to this menu. So you used to have a featured items screen under the cart right here. That would have the custom stamp creation tool and any other tools that you had on your login, such as custom printed products. These have now all moved under the product heading right here. Also, items recently viewed, items recently purchased, and web specials have moved under this heading. If I'm shopping by category, I would just click categories to narrow down instead of hovering. And then it brings me to the same type of search results page that we saw before. And then the same filtering options as well. So you'll still have the quick order screen. It's now just to the left of your search bar. As a reminder, quick order is used to quickly bring up exact item numbers if you know them. So instead of in the middle of the screen, it will now bring up a sidebar on the right with the blank for the item number. So you would type that that in and hit enter, just like before. And you can add as many items as you need here. So if you needed to add more, you would click Save and Add More. If you're all done, you would click Save. And then, just like before, you can add this entire list to your cart, to your favorite screen, or to your favorite list, or to both. I'll add this to my cart. So just like before, you can add items to your favorites list from the search results page and the item detail page. However, instead of the blue star icon, you'll now see an icon that looks like a bulleted list with a plus sign. But you create the list by clicking that icon next to the first item you'd like to add, and click Add to Favorites. Check the box next to New List. Add any description if you needed, and click Add to Favorites List. And then, like I mentioned earlier, to see your favorites list, you'll need to click Lists in the top, and then look under Favorites right here. So now, all of the types of lists that you have on your login will be under this list heading right here. So that would include favorites list, your contracts, and the laundry list, as well as lists of inks and toners that you found using the ink and toner finder. But anyway, to see the favorites list I just created, I would go under favorites, and then click on the list name to go to the list. If I needed to make any changes to my favorites list, I would go to the list menu again, and then under favorites, I would click Manage Favorites List. Just like before, you're able to delete any list, rename any list, copy the list to a new list, and then to change the items on the list, I would click Add/Edit Items. I would click this to remove an item from the list, and to quickly add any new items, if I knew the exact item numbers, I would click Add Items right here. Then I get a window that looks a lot like the quick order window to quickly pull up the exact item numbers for my list. So we still have the ink and toner finder, and that is now under the list heading as well. So to go to that, I will click List, click Ink and Toner, and then click Find Ink and Toner. We now only have one box right here to search, but you can type in any attribute that you know about your machines. That would be brand, series, or model number. And then you'll be given options to narrow it down. So I will keep narrowing down information about my device. And then once I narrow down far enough, it'll give me a list of inks and toners that are compatible with it. To save this list for later, I would click Create New Machine List in the top right, give it a name and click Add. And then to shop from this in the future, I will click Lists right here, click Ink and Toner, and I'll see the list right here. I can also get to that right here by clicking Save to Machine List, and all of my lists would be right here. If I need to make changes to any of my machine lists, I will click Manage Machine Lists right here. Here I can delete and rename any of my lists. So to go to my cart screen, I will just click the cart icon in the top right. This will immediately bring me to a quick view where I can change any quantities and delete any items from my cart. To go to the full view, I'll click View Cart right here. This is going to look exactly the same as before. You can change any quantities, add any comments, delete any items from your list, empty the entire cart by clicking Empty Cart, printing the cart or saving it as a PDF by clicking Print. To save this order for later, I would click save order, just like before. It'll ask me to name the order. I will give it a name and click done. That'll give me a link to the saved orders screen. I can also get to that saved orders screen at any time by clicking on my account in the top right, and then clicking saved orders right here. So it's going to be the same functionality on this screen. I can delete this order. I can move it to my cart, which takes it out of the saved orders screen, or I can copy it to my cart, which leaves a copy in this screen. That would be a good option if this is something that you need to order often and would like to keep a copy in this screen. I will go ahead and move this back to my cart. And now everything's back in here and we're ready to check out.
All right, so I'm going to go over the checkout process. Checkout, you can put checkout at the bottom right of the shopping cart sidebar screen. This screen is more intuitive than before compared to the previous site. If you have an approval, they'll tell you at the top highlighted in blue. And at this point, your order has not been placed yet. You still need to click the blue place order button on the right-hand side for your approver to get it. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to go over how to change your account and department information. To do that, you'll click the edit button next to account and department. You'll get the same drop down that was shown before. Space bar. Select the different department. Continue. If we want to edit other information on the order, we click the edit button next to shipping address and billing address. Here you can add an attention line. You can change the PO number. You can change the special instructions, add any shipping instructions. And here we can also enter our credit card information. And we'll enter that now. And then once you have that entered, you'll click submit. And then you'll click update changes for the card to apply to this order. Go back to the shopping cart here. And to edit the cart items, we'll click edit cart items here in the middle. So here you can add comments to items and change the quantities of items in the cart. Change the quantity of it. And we can back button. And if we wanted to do a recurrent order for this, we click yes next to recurrent order. Choose a time frame. And I'll set this to 4 weeks. And once we're ready to place our order, place order button. So you'll get an email confirmation as with your approval. So once the approver gets the email, they can click the included for confirmation. So when the approver clicks the link, it'll bring them directly to the order. So here you can edit the order information. So just like we did before, change the long PO, short PO. You can add special instructions here as well. At the bottom, you can deny particular items within the order. Let's say we wanted to deny this specific paper. We click the deny checkbox and then click deny items in the bottom right of the screen. And then reason to deny. So both the approver and the person submitting the order receive a confirmation email once the order has been approved. And to approve an order, all we have to do is click approve. We're not going to do that for today, just for testing purposes. If you are an approver and have an order awaiting your approval, you'll see a green alert icon next to your account info at the top of the screen. And then here you can see the shows all the details about an order, the items on the order, the submitter, the order date, total. Clicking the plus icon on the left will open a drop down. This will show each of the items and their prices. The status section will show the order status. Currently, this one is awaiting review, but we have not approved it yet. The edit section, if we click this pencil and paper icon, will take you to the order approval screen that was shown before. The view details screen will show the order status, the order details, the bill to, ship to, and the items within the order itself. As an approver, you can also set up a temp approver if you're going to be out of the office. This is done by clicking your account info on the top right of the screen, and then clicking on approval forwarding. And you want to create a new one. Set a start date, set it for next week. Is our end date the end of next week. And choose the users that we want to be able to approve orders while we're out of the office. So I'll just pick these two. And we click Add Temporary Approver. It'll show you again which users you have selected to approve orders. Enabled. And now these users will be able to approve orders when in our place while we're out of the office. So in the account menu, just at the top right of the screen, like we've covered, it just says go to My Account. Name. Just like before, if you wanted to change the account or department that you're ordering for, you can just click Choose Account. And then it'll bring you that same drop down, change the account or department. Saved orders as well. We don't have any on this account, but this will show you any saved orders that you do have. You can go to the order history, which there are also no orders on this account, but it'll bring up all the order history that you have. The invoices screen is most of the same. It'll show any open invoices that you have for the whole account, and it'll let you pay by credit card as well. You can sort by date range or use the search bar. So if we want to go from today to 30 days, it'll show those invoices. Credit return screen is also in here. Make a return. Scroll down to the bottom. You don't have to click Add Item, and it'll bring up the sidebar that you'll add the information for each item that you're returning. If you're an approver, you'll also see the orders pending approval menu. Click on this. This will show us all of our orders that we have pending our approval. Want to sign out. Sign out in the bottom left here. The sidebar. It's more obvious now if you're not logged in. It'll say sign in at the top right in larger letters instead of the please log in under the logo of the previous site. That should cover everything, and we appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed the redesign that's releasing on May 18th. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the e-commerce team. Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone.